So hey guys, today I will be talking about how to prepare the data structures, algorithm and the programming for the gate. Now uh, these are the topics which are the soul of the entire CS, right? They will have the maximum interlink with the other subjects. Like in DBMS you are having B and B plus trees, you will have them in data structures and algorithm also, right? In CLRS you can read those, right? So there are many topics where data structures and algorithms will be interfering. And also, like, after you cleared gate, you took admission in MTech, then when you will be preparing for the placement, again you will have to prepare for the coding round, and there you will again need the data structures, algorithm and the programming, right? So you need to understand that it's highly important thing in the entire CS. Now the weightage in gate for these three are around 20 to 22%, right? So just I'll give you a quick idea how you can go above 50 marks, right? So see, you are preparing the data structures and algorithm and the programming thoroughly, you can get 20 marks. Then we are having the discrete maths, it may come around 12 to 15 marks also sometimes. So you got 35 marks, and the 15 marks is aptitude. Thereby you are getting 50 marks in these three sections only, right? And the aptitude of the gate is not that tough, believe me. Just you need to prepare for the verbal a little bit. I used to struggle over there. Apart from that, you can understand now these only these three subjects are enough to make your total above 50. So it's highly important that you prepare the data structures, algorithm and programming. Now books to follow is the CLRS. Now CLRS is like Bible for the data structures and algorithm. See, I'll show you. So this is the CLRS, right? uh, See, this is the chapter of minimum spanning tree. Now what I will recommend you is that you just go read the chapter, understand it. See, you might face trouble if you are reading it for the first time. Believe me, when I was reading it for the first time in my second year, I literally had to read every chapter minimum three times. So even I got a little frustrated while preparing reading from it. But once you understand the concept, it's very easy to answer the questions which have been mentioned in the exercises, right? So what you need to do is just read through the book once, or if you're feeling it's getting too much difficult to read, just first go watch some video on YouTube regarding the topic, how the algorithm works, so that it becomes easy for you to relate it while you are reading the text. Okay, so this is the one hack you can use. Just watch the video first and then start reading. But it's highly important that you read the CLRS, because in this year there was the question related to the articulation point, right? But if you see, it was a little bit tricky to come up with the solution, because it was multiple select, and it will certainly take a little bit more time if you are trying it for the first time. But I had tried all the exercises problem of the CLRS. So that question was like I had seen it and solved it in pretty much depth. So it was very easy for me to answer, and I solved it and I moved on very fast, right? So keep this thing in mind. CLRS, you have to have read it and solve the problems mentioned in the exercises. For programming, you can refer the Dennis M. Ritchie for programming. See, this is the book, second edition for, yeah, the C programming language by Dennis M. Ritchie. Now, what I can tell you is that in order to prepare for the programming, there are two ways. Either you read the book and understand each and every concept thoroughly, or what I did was that I used to learn on the fly. Means if I had come across the question and I were not able to solve it, or I did a mistake in programming, I used to just make note of it and try to make sure that next time I won't repeat the same mistake. See, this was my programming doc. So here you can see there are multiple things which I tried my own, and uh, understood how the things are working. So it will be in the description, so that just you, if you want to prepare it thoroughly, just go through it once, because these are the some of the best questions that I had came across during my preparation, and I were having almost like 4 to 5 test series, and I were attending them regularly. So these are the best question you can get from the previous year test series. So just go through them once. It's fine even if you struggle for each and every question, because these are the question where I had also made the mistake, but it will definitely cover the huge portion, and there will be a little, there will be very less surprise for you while solving the questions related to the programming. So online resources are these YouTube channels, right? The topics now in the uh, algorithms are searching, sorting, asymptotic analysis, divide and conquer, greedy approach and dynamic programming, and the graphs, right? These are the topics which comes under algorithm section. Now these, in this section, the graphs is the most important topic, because most of the time the question might be theoretical, but or the numerical, but if the question is theoretical, then your conceptual understanding has to be very good and sound in order to answer the question, right? Because from my time onwards they had started the multiple select question, and if there is a graph question, then it's little bit trickier to answer the question and understand each and every options, right? So keep this thing in mind and prepare graphs very well. Now in the data structure we are having array, string, linked list, stack and queue, trees, heap, and hashing. Now these are the topic again, you need to prepare them thoroughly. Trees is the one which is been asked most number of times. In each and every year you will see at least one or two question from the trees, and at least one question from the graphs. So no matter what happens, you will have to cover these things in depth, because most of the times question will be easy, but they will try to check your patience. Like you might do silly mistake in solving them in very fast, right? So if you try to do them in a very quick way, so you might made a mistake. So keep this thing in mind, and please do these things properly, because there is no alternative to this, right? You'll have to do this. Then in programming you will be having mostly the structure and the keyword related some facts and the knowledge that you must possess, and the types of function calls. Now the types of function calls is the highly important topic in the programming, because in every year you will see at least one question from that topic in the programming, right? So see, this is the call by name with a static scoping, dynamic scoping, call by need. These are the some of the things. These things are very easy to understand. Believe me, these are very easy to understand. But what happens is that we may lose our patience while solving the question, or we may forget some point and do the wrong calculation. So these are the things which will test your patience and understanding too, right? So be patient while solving this question and don't be in a hurry. With the gradual practice you will get a good understanding, and you will be able to solve them quickly. But in the beginning you need to be patient, right? Don't leave the question in half and continue. Now the advice will be is that devote the time to develop the understanding for the data structures and algorithm, because it's something which will be used in later stages also, right? Even yeah, if you had cleared gate, but during the placement you will have to have prepare the data structures and algorithm for the coding round, right? In the first semester of MTech you will be having DAA named subject, which is a little bit higher version of the data structures and algorithm, right? And this is the like bread and butter for you in order to crack the gate with a single digit or the double digit. So there is no alternative to that. And if while reading the CLRS it may happen that you might struggle a little bit, but that's fine. Even I had to read it multiple times in order to get used to with it, right? So I will end up here, and keep studying, don't worry, everything will be fine. Just focus on your efforts, right? Okay.